Let's talk about some of the obvious music that we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about it. Let's get the elephants out the room, or let's bring them into the room because we are gonna talk about the best single, aka at the same time, which was kind of ironic for the time for a single. I like to call it the Make You Think joint. So we're gonna go ahead and call it the best single, aka Make You Think joint round. I think you already know the vibe. I think you already know the kind of music we're talking about. We're talking about A Gangster and a Gentleman's Contribution of the Life, featuring man PHAROAHE Monch, produced by the great Ayatollah, going up against another Just Blaze produced banger, Freeway, featuring two heavy hitters on the song. We're talking about Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel with a little song called What We Do.
Wow.
Best single, aka Make You Think round.
Hey, My Life.
Listen, what was crazy about both these songs?
My Life is on Gangster and a Gentleman?
Yeah. They split rights for that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's a Styles record.
It wasn't on mine.
Oh,
well, they ended up adding it as a bonus song later on. They definitely took full
advantage. It was on mine.
Yeah, it was on mine too. Again, here we go. Two bangers.
Ghostface shit. All right.
we both know these records. We love these records. I think it only makes sense. We're doing well on time. We're gonna go ahead and let two verses per because why the fuck not? Let's go. The Life versus What We Do. I feel bad for y'all.
My Life.
Chat room. Dreddy, I see you. Mr. September, I see you. Who else is in here? I can't tell. My bad if I don't see you. Listen.
Cruise 1 is in there.
Cruise 1 is in there. Listen, get your votes in. This is a good one. I really want everybody's opinion on this because these are two bangers. Again, two singles. And two singles at the time that didn't talk about bitches and cars and this and that and dope. Again, Make You Think round. The Life featuring PHAROAHE Monch and Ayatollah on the beat going up against What We Do. Jay-Z, Beanie Siegel, Just Blaze. Let's go.
My Life. PHAROAHE Monch. Ayatollah. Howie McDuffie. Holiday Styles. Double R. Raucous Records. PHAROAHE talk to him. Let him try to understand. Let him try. Let him try that.
My life is all I have. My rhymes, my pen, my pad. And I done made it through the struggle, don't judge me. What you say now won't budge me. Cause where I come from, so often, people you grew up with are laying in a coffin. But I done made it through the pain and strife. It's my time now, my world, my life, my life.
It's based on lighting blunts, loading guns, telling my lawyers to get the case gone. I need the bills that the presidents got their face on so I can switch my residence. Get a truck in the Lex, fuck a check, I no longer have to wait for 'em. I made a couple ends, lost a couple friends. I light a blunt cause never will a struggle end. So you could judge a nigga, but you ain't got it, you ain't in the road. So you really can't budge a nigga, you ought to love a nigga. For the fact that it's my world and my life, and still I'm a rugged nigga. They say you bugging, nigga. Fuck it, I'm a thuggin', nigga. You talking bullshit, then kick it with another nigga. I got a bigger bed, and I need a cover, nigga. And I ain't got friends, I got enemies. So if they with me, then that means they my brother, nigga.
My life is all I have. My rhymes, my pen, my pad. Yeah. And I done made it through the struggle, don't judge me. What you say now won't budge me. Cause where I come from, so often, people you grew up with are laying in a coffin. But I done made it through the pain and strife. It's my time now, my world, my life, my life.
It's a blunt to the head, prayer for the dead. Run around hustling, scared of the feds. They said death is eternal sleep. But the only thing is you ain't really sure if you prepare for the bed. So often we get murked in the head instead of big money. They got Big Mama hurting instead. My life is making the verse, but the handcuffs, the bullpens, the jail cells is making it worse. Tell mommy I don't go to the church. Tell Ak I don't go to the mosque. I blow blunts, hold guns, and I'ma be right there when the soldiers are march. I play my part, and my heart seems colder than March. But on the flip side of things, it's still warmer than June. I have talks with the Lord, and He'll be calling me soon. What? And my life is all I have. My family, my niggas, my flow, my grass. What?
My life is all I have. My rhymes, my pen, my pad. head. And I done made it through the struggle, don't judge me. What you say now won't budge me. Cause where I come from, so often, people you grew up with are laying in a coffin. But I done made it through the pain and strife. It's my time now, my world, my life, my life.
Man, if I get rocked, this shit for my kids, nigga.
So bad for me.
I gotta vote on this.
I don't.
Even though what we do is wrong.
We still hustle till the sun come up. Crack a 40 when the sun go down. It's a cold winter. Y'all niggas better bundle up. And I better be a hotter summer rapper onion just to rock it down. You hot now, listen up. Don't you know cops' sole purpose is to lock us down and throw away the king? But without this drug shit, your kids ain't got no way to eat, huh? We still try to keep mom smiling. Cause when the teeth stop showing and the stomach start growling, then the heat start blowing. If you from the hood, I know you feel me. If a sneak start leaning and the heat stop working, then my heat start working. I'ma rob me a person, catch a nigga sleeping while he out in the open, and I'ma get him. We gotta raise our kids while we live and make $1 million off a record belt. My niggas out of prison. Fuck a Benny or a Lexus. My boys in the squatter. Nigga talk reckless, then I hit him with the slipping. But I'm never snitching, I'm a rider. If my kids hungry, snatch the dishes out your kitchen. I'll be wildin' till they pick me out of lineup.
Even though what we do is wrong.
We keep the nines tucked, chop dimes up, rap about it. Wild out, fuck niggas up, laugh about it. I'm not trying to visit the morgue, but freeway move out till I sit with the Lord. Till I get my shit together, clean up my sins. Freeway got it in like 10 in the morning. And I can get it to you like 10 while you yawning, man.
Even though what we do is wrong.
Still deliver the order, man. And I ain't talking about chicken and gravy, man. I'm talking about bricks and yayo, halves and quarters, 4.5 and halves. You do the math, swing past and scoop up your daughter. She wanna roll with a thug that rap, you do the math. He don't blast till my stacks in order, man.
Let me get 'em free. Cold never slacking, man. Sipping in the black rain, faster than the red ghost. Getting ghosts from Pac-Man. One time, know I got a knack to get that change. Leader of the black gang, ROC, man. Bang like T-Mac, ski mask, air it out. Gotta kill witnesses, cause free bears sticking out. Y'all don't wanna witness shit. We squeeze hammers, man. Bullets breeze by you, like Louisiana, man. But I got a VTN, man. So I move keys, you can call me the piano, man. Rain, sleet, hell, snow, man. Slang, ill-E, hydro, man. No, BC.
Woo, in the third lane.
Teague in the third lane.
Woo. Listen, man, not your average singles. These songs didn't make no sense being on the radio, let alone in the clubs. But again, they somehow made these happen. Long story short,
Nah, it made sense.
Made it all kind of sense.
that single, aka Make Your Think joint. Let's get straight to it. Again, if you're watching at home, leave it in the comment section. If you're watching in the chat, leave the vote up in the voting booth. You know what time it is. Let's start out with my man DJ Scandalous. Again, we're going to talk about Ayatollah's involvement. We're going to talk about Just Blaze's involvement. Some of the best production on both albums, if you will. Who do you got, sir?
Come on, man. Y'all know what I'm gonna vote for with this round. So I don't even know why you asking me this question.
I don't even know why we
I don't even know why y'all asking me this question.
I had to get it out the way. I had to get it
You
out
know I'm
the
a stand for my man Tola with this record.
Jules be Mandarin, man. You know that.
way. Yo, let's Scan. Would you like to speak on perhaps why you feel that way?
No. I mean, like I think I've mentioned it before, man. First of all, just the song itself is just fire by itself, even without a co-sign for me. That has nothing to do, you know what I mean, anything. Just like the song, production is dope. Again, mixing is dope. And then, like I said, it's just, you know, it's one of those songs that, you know, I got to see the iteration of where it started from that sample, excuse me, not that sample, the actual beat going from Cash Brown on Major League Records. And then from there going to
ESPN, right?
The Styles and PHAROAHE and everybody, ESPN. So I got to see this beat get used and changed so much. So it's like, being that I know that, I'll always pick this record every time, man.
Fair enough. We got the first vote in. Scam is not scared to put it down. The Life, PHAROAHE Monch. Triple C. So was that you? Was that a light chuckle I heard?
No, that was for me, but I say my piece. But Styles P, he needed Ayatollah to do the whole album. That's the beats he should have went for.
Word.
Then also with Just Blaze, that's the beat that he should have done for Freeway's album. That type of style. Because the rest
whole
of
way.
Freeway album wasn't what Just Blaze did for that song.
What's crazy is that Just Blaze
Mhm.
did like 70 to not even 75 to maybe even 80% of the album.
But
Like,
it wasn't
Yeah.
hot like this song though.
Yeah.
What,
I
I mean,
what
did
this
was
was
on it
special.
too.
No, listen, when you put out an
Kanye
album,
did a few joints too.
This sounds like it was specifically made for the club though.
this one, oh,
Yeah.
well, wait, what you know what we
Freeways,
do? Freeway, okay, yeah, yeah.
freeways.
Because
This
of the
sounds like it was
tempo.
specific. Yeah,
It's up
it was
tempo.
specifically. It sounds like it was specifically made for the club. So that's probably why, Trip, you don't hear too
I
many
don't think it
other
was
records.
specifically made for the club.
I mean, that's what I was gonna say because I feel like the topic specifically is about like life is hard, it's fucked up, and these are the things we do to get by, right?
But
He could. I feel what I could say, and like this could have easily
yeah,
been a party record. The
Yeah,
direction, you change the lyric, it's a party record.
I hear that song
But-
in the party all the time.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It still gets burned in the
No,
party. But the
it's
topic is totally like, hey,
But-
uplifting, like, hey, like it's a struggle. That record is
But-
struggle.
it's a struggle
Agreed.
record. It's just about which way Freeway took or which way Freeway went with the record. I think at the end of the day, if you put good enough lyrics over that record, it's going to be a club record regardless. Period.
You know what it is with Freeway's involvement in that record
Uh-huh.
too, because you got, like I said, heavy hitters. You got Siegel, who's already probably a platinum selling artist at this point. Jay's definitely multi-platinum selling artist at this point. Again, your first solo project. I can hear his hunger.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
That
Yeah.
specific track, I hear him like, I'm going to fuck in. Like,
I think he knew where this record was going to take him.
like
with
Yeah,
that's a tunnel record. You was getting robbed in the tunnel if that record was,
Yeah,
was
he- and-
around when the
and-
tunnel
and-
was.
And Freeway knew it. Talking about Just Blaze, right? This is Just Blaze around his peak.
Freeway, he was on fire. Blaze was on fire at this point.
So Freeway knew what he was doing, what he had to step into.
So
What you
this
gonna
is
say?
But I don't
interesting,
understand
too.
why the
Go ahead.
album was like the way it was. When
Because-
All right, so Triple C, thank you, Triple C. I didn't mean cut you off, but this is kind of tying into why I was going to say what I said later, right? Because I think that for me, the Freeway album, the tempos are faster, and because they're faster, it feels like the album makes people want to dance. And I get it that was part of what was happening at the time.
That was the rock sound at that point, though.
But right, the thing why I end up picking the Styles Beats because it's the consistency of it. To me,
Yeah.
this up tempo-ness of Freeway is not consistent in my opinion. His later albums with Jake One sound a lot more consistent.
Yeah,
to
you're
what
right.
Freeway is, and that's why I think, at least for me, it's kind of throwing us off a little bit because it's like we want this throughout the album with Freeway, and we didn't get that. We got something else.
And that's why I said I think that this was specifically made for the club. Like
Right.
you knew where this
Right. Mm-hmm.
record was going, even though it wasn't the tempo or the mood of the album. Like, nah, we know we need this record.
And that's
I
why I
like
think the
that.
Styles record. Go ahead, my Hobo, go ahead.
I like the Freeway album, man. I mean, I don't know how far we'll get into it. I hope we get to talk about them more. But the intro for me for the Freeway was dope. This was the second song, What We Do. After that was the All My Life with Nate Dogg. I mean, he had bangers on that album. Now I agree it may not have been consistent. I don't think it had
All My Life, Victim of the Ghetto.
Whack. It's not a whack
Yeah.
album. It's
I don't-
just the consistency of it.
I think that Styles P fell victim to, or is a victim of what we talk about with Jadakiss. Like some of the beats they pick are sketchy, bro.
Right.
I think you have to also look at the totem pole of power pause, right? Like, so for example, what I mentioned earlier, you got, listen, a lot of both albums are in-house production. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those guys are Rough Rider producers,
Yeah, I was gonna go there. Go ahead.
and a lot of these guys are Rockefeller producers. So
That
it's
was
like,
a financial decision.
Yeah, but you still don't.
Hold on, let me ask.
In house
hold on,
doesn't
let me-
mean you got to make whack beat. You got to choose
Check me out.
whack
Check
beat.
me out. Check me out. Listen, it's what Revs said. It's a financial thing. It's like they started to incorporate these producers to keep them at baseline. So it's kind of like you just making shit for us. You know what I'm saying? That's Bink. That's Kanye. That's fucking Just Blaze, and probably like a few more, right? So it's like same thing with Rough Riders. But again, their setup is a little different. But they got all those guys just cranking out beats.
Yeah, but as an artist, you still can say no to whack beats.
No, you cannot.
Not
You
really.
why.
No, you cannot.
I'll tell you now, I'm gonna tell you right now, you know why? Because listen, you have to look at the totem pole of power, like I mentioned earlier. You were talking about Jay-Z and DMX. They get first dibs at anything. Point blank, period. I like that. No, but such as that. I want it. Like, okay, the dog wants it. Like, it's that simple. Jay, your PD, that's PD song. Was
How
PD
many?
song. It's
How
my
many
song.
times? How many times we heard about Notorious Big rhyming on shit that he didn't want to rhyme on, and it was the biggest hit.
Right, but this is not that. This is again.
Yeah,
Okay.
this
Just
is
someone
not that.
saying, I get first choice. I'm again, it's like I don't know what I can do with sports, but I am the star player here. I get first say. I'm the team captain. I want that record. So now, boom, that's J and X. Okay, now go lower 1 degree. Now you got Jada and fucking Beanie Siegel, who get respectfully some of the leftovers, which is still fire. But now they're getting trickle. Now you get fucking Freeway and fucking Styles P. They're getting less like it's still coming from the same camp, but they're getting the leftovers. And there's not gonna be but like we talked about, the budget's not gonna be set up for like, no, we're not paying outside budget unless it makes total fucking sense for a big single, which they don't want to do. Again, even Styles, like, I don't want to show my budget. I want to eat some of that shit myself. I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house, I want to buy clothes, what the fuck I want to buy. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to spend it on a fucking $200,000 fucking Timberland track. You know what I'm saying? That might not work.
Especially back then.
But
That might not work.
but you pay Clue.
He might not pay Clue. So I'm saying he might not have paid.
It probably wasn't even that high if they did pay him.
Yeah,
But they paid Alchemist. Alchemist is on the track and Rock.
Alchemist, early 2000s. Alchemist ain't
his price wasn't that high yet.
Yeah,
his price, Alchemist's price wasn't that. He was on a come up, but it wasn't the Alchemist that we know today, where he could command whatever he wants.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. At this point in time, and I mean this respectfully, that was a look for Alchemist.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was a look for him. It wasn't the other way around. It was like, oh shit, he got an Alchemist.
You see what he's doing tomorrow?
No, what's up?
He's launching the label tomorrow.
That's dope. You know,
AOC Records.
He's been, you know, his concept of the currency version of like producer, like rapper, like I put out my own stuff, kind of like, because he says he got the idea from him. He just watched him one time. They did a project together. He's like, we gonna drop it tonight. He was like, we gonna drop like a snippet tonight or some shit. He was like, no, we dropping the whole thing tonight. Like, what?
It's the same thing too. It's the same thing too, man. Like the Wu, everybody has their in-house producers.
Yeah,
you have the in-house.
That's
producers,
the point. Save the money.
That's who you're gonna go to first. So all you could probably do is go to whoever's in the house and say, hey, I need something else. That's
but again, you're getting
do.
the trickle. You're getting the trickle effect.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
I hear you, but the producer lineup for Freeway is better than the producer lineup for Save Ayatollah. Is better than the lineup for
Well, no, I agree.
But are these just Blaze's best beats? No.
I mean, what we do
because you know who got the best out of the batch? Siegel and
what we do is pretty fucking hot, though.
It is. It's so hot that what happened? Siegel and Jay said, "We get on that motherfucker."
And Flip Side is hot. That's a hot song.
It is. And again,
and All My Life is bananas.
Victim of the Ghetto.
Victim of the Ghetto from Bink is super dope.
Of course.
Listen. This is just again the politics. It's not even so much politics. It's like the music industry. This is like in-house shit. Mm-hmm. This is their shit. Like, this is Rough Rider shit. This is Rockefeller shit. And it's like, why? Y'all got
you lucky to get these beats, because the average rapper wouldn't get these beats.
Like I'm telling you, even Bink at that time, who's probably knocking out mad beats over there, not knowing who it's going to. That's the thing too. They're knocking them out, and whoever's down to work, whoever's there at that time is jumping on the beat, whatever. Pause at that moment. Jay comes through. You heard about the story about Jay with fucking the Pharrell joint. Your man, what's his name? What's it? Not Sparks.
Emilio.
Skino.
Skino Sparks.
No, I think it's Emilio.
Emilio Sparks.
That record was his. I Just Want to Love You joint.
That was his record.
I mean, it's kind of him on the hook. You kind of hear him. He's like the reference, and it's like he got no credit for that. And again, Jay was like, I like that. Like, do you really think he was gonna let him get away with a Pharrell track, like a Neptune's track?
He's gonna do the easy way or the hard way.
Let them do the work. Let them come up with the concepts. I'm tired of that. Let them be inventive. They're young. Let them do their thing. And again, it's a chance for them to, again, it's like being in the field. Like, I'm here. Like, what am I gonna do? You know, you're at the bottom of the totem pole. You got to work your way up. And some do better than others, right? Like Freeway kind of did that. 1-900 Hustle was kind of like, I gotta shine, and he did. We were all like, who the fuck is that? And then the rest is history, right? So it's like you got these spitters, you know what I'm saying, that have basically been doing this for a minute. I only got one vote in right now. Trip was about to place his vote down. We got so carried away in conversation.
I'm going with Freeway.
You going Freeway with what
Yeah.
we do? We got. I'd like to get more, but we got to keep it pushing because we lost track. But I'll put Trip down. Let's talk about Hobo real quick. Between what we do and the life, who do you got?
I'm not voting.
You got
skip this round.
Independent.
They're both fire tracks.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
both.
key.
Yeah.
Skip this, both of them. Sorry, Breeze. My vote don't count anyway. I'm not voting.
Yeah, I'll vote My Life.
You go with My Life.
Yeah, I think both records are absolutely fire, but I just have like a just personal liking and like more of a personal feeling to My Life. Maybe because it stands out on the Styles P album the way that it does, you know. Shout out to Zoe Ellis and shout out to PHAROAHE Monch though too.
Shout out to Ruckus Records too, because I mean the origination. I mean the origin part of the origin,
right?
The origin of the record. Sound Bombing 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then Major League Entertainment is the Cash Brown version of it.
There you go. Shout out to that. Again, we got 2 votes in for the life, one vote in for what we do. Hobo, I just want to kind of point out, you might end up being the deciding factor. So I don't know if you want to leave that to yourself at the last minute. So you might want to chime in at some point. Cool Breeze, what are you thinking about between the life and what we do?
My Life.
I think it's called The Life, no?
My Life.
So he was singing. He said, "My life." Like that.
All I have.
Yeah, but the title
It's listed as The Life. I'm just saying.
It is The Life.
I know what he says on the song. You're right, but
I think it's
listed
the
as-
life, the ESPN version, but the sound bombing version might be My Life.
Breeze, go ahead, Breeze. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with My Life.
Good Rev, go ahead, speak on it. Let's segue back to you. Go ahead. What are you thinking?
And like I said, this whole battle has been a struggle, but I'm definitely going with My Life. Not only did I love this song, I had sound bombing and all that, but you don't watch sports, so you don't know how much this song played on ESPN, yo. It was.
I would get the heads up from like Scan and DJ Sensor at the time, and it was like, you know, you catch these things on YouTube. And
It was on N1 mixtapes too.
Yeah,
And
that I remember. I used to love the N1 mixtape.
Definitely.
Listen, Ayatollah, the only, if I'm not mistaken, albums that made sort of plaque status at Ruckus Records. Shout out Ruckus Records. I love Ruckus Records. Were both produced by your man Ayatollah. So we're talking about Miss Fat Booty.
Yes.
First gold record for Ruckus Records.
Yes.
And then they were on a roll. And then they dropped Sound. Is this Sound Bombing 2 or 3? I forget. My Life.
I think it's 2.
My Life
I think
is
it's
2.
2.
Sound Bombing 2 comes out, and The Life is the big lead single, and again leads to another gold record. Once again, touched by your man Ayatollah. Ayatollah, your flowers.
That's right.
Blooming. They're blossoming because again, whatever the track record of Ruckus Records is, they drop so many dope shit. Besides these 2 projects we're talking about, but I just want to point out that the most sold records for Ruckus Records are thanks to Ayatollah. So shout out Ayatollah, aka.
We need more. We need more
Salute,
Ayatollah out
for
there.
sure, for sure.
Now back to the voting. Last but not least, DJ Hobo. The math is mathing, so you can honestly say whatever you want at this point. But we'd love to know what you think between The Life and what we do.
I told you what I think. Both of them.
But if you have to choose, who you choose?
Doesn't matter now, does it?
Doesn't matter now, right? No, I really like what we do. It's such a dope song. But you know, I know you said that he was staring at you too long in the barbershop, but shout out to PHAROAHE Monch on the hook.
Too often, man. Too often.
So I that hook alone is the win for me. That hook is so dope, man. And the beat is really dope too. Shout out to Tola. But we can't go wrong with either one. But I'm going with
The Life is basically taking the win for round number 3. If you haven't been paying attention, best single, aka make you think joint. I don't know what I was thinking about when I came up with that one, but you know, the Life, Ayatollah, PHAROAHE Monch, Styles P, Ruckus Records, Red Fighters takes the win, putting Styles P up on the board for the first time this evening. Score of 2-1, Styles P. I do want to bring up a quick question that Mr. Temmer kind of brings up. It's kind of a cool question because it might make a different answer, maybe not. Real quickly, no hard dissection. Let's I'm gonna ask the room real quick. Which one do you think aged better?
I think they both aged pretty well, man.
Yeah, they
Honestly,
pretty well, yeah.
They both aged pretty well. You get the Freeway being played in,
I get played a lot. Freeway
in-
get played a lot.
yeah, that gets
Yeah.
played a lot in the stadiums, especially with Philly being so good
Mhm.
in football. That song gets played a lot, man.
A lot.
And then obviously the life with the ESPN thing, like that'll live forever. I hope Tola's still getting the residuals and income from that, because
That's all you need, man. You do your math
All
right.
you
That's
need,
all you
man.
need, man.
But did you see when the Eagles at the Eagles parade, they did come out to "What We Do Is Wrong."
Right.
It's such a good record, dude. That shit,
Mhm.
you really feel like it's talking to like everybody that don't got it.
That's probably the Philadelphia anthem.
Yeah, yeah.
But think about that. The NFL let them play that song. Yo, when you listen to it in real time, they had to make so many edits.
I'm gonna rob me a person.
Yo, it was insane. I said, wait, is that I almost couldn't tell what song it was. There was so many bleeps when I tuned in, but yeah, they used it.
That shit is crazy.
And they booed their mayor. That's how cruel Philly is.
But yeah, matter of fact, so the hook does make sense, even though what we do is wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's like you still love us.
City of brotherly.
Round of brotherly love, right? Round number 3 wrapped up. Again, we have 2 rounds going to Freeway, Philadelphia Freeway, the album, the debut project by Freeway, and going up against Styles P, a Gangster Gentleman, who's finally up on the board after round 3's win of best single, with The Life being the winning song on that round. With that being said, moving on to round number 4.
You want to know the results of the voting booth there?
Let's do that. Yes, my bad. Let's go ahead and find out what the results were in the chat.
Ooh, in the chat, they voted What We Do, 88%.
I didn't even know so they went hard on the What We Do. That's crazy.
That's also a big club record, like we were just saying, like big stadium, big club record. So it doesn't surprise me. That's why I said when I went with My Life, it's more of a personal thing with that record than because both records are fire, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's personal. You just like it more, just like everybody that voted for it.
Yeah, it happens. It's been known to happen around here. Round number 4. Again, don't forget Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It goes down here live. Eats, beats, and rhymes. Check us out on YouTube.